Welcome to Lifestyles of the Strange and Exotic. So ugly it's good, tag? Tag. Haul. Hey, now, think about this. This is the other one. You should have a right to video bomb too. Hoo-hoo. It's a bit loony. You deserve some camera time too, huh? Okay. Now, I wasn't quite sure if I wanted to do a haul or not, because I only got a few things. And again, with the fiasco that is buying anything off the kids' rack, I think they're getting stupider. I don't know why. I wanted to buy two things. There was a kind of cool, I would consider shirt, but I did kind of defer that she thinks it's a jacket, but there's these gray areas. But then what I wear something as is probably not what it's designed for. And it was a very light black, kind of snake skinny-ish zip up top with a hood. So I'm like, well, most of the kids' stuff is supposed to be $2, but I did kind of find it in the coat area. It wasn't quite for the coats. But she's like, well, okay, the kids' jackets are $5. And I'm like, yeah, I wasn't quite sure it would fit. And I'm like, no, because I had gotten something else. So I'm like, no, you can keep that. And I told her straight off, okay, these things came off the kids' rack, because I don't know, am I supposed to have Hellspawn with me when I buy clothing off the clothing rack? I mean, maybe I'm going to give this to a kid. Is it the fact that they know it is going to be on my person because I can fit in children's clothing? Which, is nice. It widens my, choices, and the kids' stuff seems to be more skewed to my personal taste anyway. I mean, where's that point where when you become an adult you have to like disgusting shades of pastel the human eye shouldn't look at? I don't know. But it's just annoying. Every time I try to buy something off the kids' rack, they always want to charge me regular price. I don't care if it's only $1 or $2. It's still the principle of matter. Right over. Onto the stuff I actually got. I did fill a card, so I got $5 worth of stuff free. So this was kind of a, a gimme, foul, I don't know what you want to call it, because usually I try to save it for like some really cool stuff. And they did have a jacket that looked really medieval-ish. If you've seen like leather coats that are like basically blocks stitched together, and it would have been perfect for the Ren Fair, but they wanted $20 for it. I can see if it was like leather, but it was polyurethane. No, it's not polyurethane, is it? Polyester, basically, a fancy version of polyester. And I'm like, if I can get leather for that price, why would I pay this for this jacket? And it was a little big, so I'm like, yeah. It was cool, but I didn't want to like waste it on that. Like I'd gotten my trip coat that you'd seen at a haul for $5. When I can score like that, hell yeah. So I had my card, and I was in the mood to buy some shoes, as always, because I had, in the haul you'll probably see previously, wanted a pair of shoes that I could buck around in the crap of the winter without ruining my good shoes. Well, the ones I got, I like too much that I don't want to ruin them. Because they're a lot more comfy than I expected them being. They're cute, so I'm like, okay, I want another boot, then I don't care if I screw up. Well, I found these. So these were $5, I know not why, so I used my card, so they were free. And they go as is, and I'm like, well, what's wrong with them? It's only because the straps here are ripped off, which I really don't give a two shits about, because I don't put them on with that anyway. And I don't know, they're, for anybody who doesn't quite know, they're called Fit Flop. And they make sure you know about it wherever you go. So if you step on snow, does it mean you're like advertising as you're leaving boot prints? I don't know. Now there's a thought. And I don't know what this tote is. It goes, micro wobble board. What the hell? The little red dot says micro wobble board. And it goes paid 2 shoes. You know, let's find out. What the hell's a micro wobble board? M-I-C-R, micro, W-O-B-B, whoa, B-O-A-R-D. Let's find out, shall we? Is it like some sort of surfboard? Yeah. And I don't know what the hell these are made out of. Made in China, what a shock. And these were UK 4s, so I don't know if... Well, 4 is a kid's size, and I fit 4, 4.5 perfectly fine. So is 4 UK like a 7.5 or so, or 7 in adults? Because they kind of fit in that range. Actually, they're a little big. Oh, why don't I look down and say where it says US 6? Never mind, answered my own question. UK 4 equals US 6. So, yay. They do not tell me what material they are made out of, but they feel like that coat, so they are probably the the fake leather stuff. But I don't know. Wobble board at Amazon.com. Okay. Flip Flop official online store. Hey, we get to discover this together. And I thought they were like ugly and cute at the same time, but they're fairly comfortable and fairly warm, and you know, they're good to muck about in. And I like the fact that there's very small tread too, so when I wear them, you know, over to my boss lady's spare grandmother's house, she won't have to worry I'm treading in anything, especially now that I have to clean floors. So I thought they're kind of cute in an ugly sort of way, you know. So you have your little buckle, and you know, I don't know, I mean, these are like pointless to me because half the time I forget they're there on a shoe anyway. So I got these free. And for some weird reason, my internet is going really slow. So my next video might be up in the next 15,000 years. So you'll see that video long before you see this one. Aha! Here we go. It's just a shoe type thing, kind of like Converse. I don't know. Let's see. Search. Try boot. So they must be a UK brand then, because that's like the main, you know, sizing. That's the size you see the first. Boot Dan. Lewis boot. Crush boot black, which is similar to what... Come back here, little birds. What these are, like a simpler version of this. Does this tell me what these are? Style 104001. And those particular ones are $95. There are actually some cute ones in here. So, free boots that were $100. I can do that. Let's see. Refined by material. Are these leather? I don't know. I mean, they look like they're leather-ish, but usually they tell you. And I kind of liked the heel, the shaping of the shoe. You know, that's kind of the part that I find attractive. Overall, they kind of look like the Ugg boots that I'm unimpressed with. I see nothing, and they tell me nothing as far as what the styling of it is. And they kind of, I think they kind of make this whoosh, whoosh, whoosh sound as you walk on them too. Because I was walking into Walmart and it was like, okay, that's a weird sound. It seems to be coming off of me. So, I don't know, these similar boots are pricing about $100. Free! They're looking a lot better now, aren't they? So, you know, maybe I just won't go outside in the winter, and then I wouldn't have to ruin any of my shoes. Let's see. Can I just view all? Okay. On to the next thing. Now this I did get off the coat rack, the kids rack, and it was half off, so it was a whopping $1 bill, and I paid with a Sacagawea, which I usually forget is in my wallet because I can't tell them from the quarters. Yes, I'm still ugly thing. Hooper. And I'm like drawn to the boots now. And these are actually little kids' pajamas. And they're flame resistant, so yay. And these are from Cherokee. Large sleepwear. Flame resistant. Yet it's still 100% polyester. Well, I suppose it won't set on fire, it'll just melt on you instead. But of course, it was red with a skull on it. How could I not? Yeah. So this should fit fine. I mean, it'll probably be a little snug, but like I... And yes, I am wearing it out in public. This is not sleepwear, this is a shirt, okay? On a kid, it's sleepwear. On me, it doesn't count. So, it's a lighter shirt, so I don't know if I should wear it tomorrow with my super sexy leggings that I had bought in Walmart. Now, the Walmart No Boundaries leggings, now these are 15-17, which fit kind of okay, but they're really flimsy feeling. They're really chintzy, and these are $6, so these are like brand new off the shelf now. So these are something it's a little more summer legging. But either I'm getting a growth spurt, or these are very strangely designed, because they seem to run right up in the ankle. I'm like, that never happens to me. So, I don't know, what do you think? Too much red? Should I balance it off with a different shirt thing? I don't know. But I figured all my leggings are black. I wanted to try red. If you can find better leggings, don't hit Walmart. But I thought this was kind of nifty. And I tried to find that shirt that said 13 on it that I wanted before, but I couldn't find it. So I thought this was cute, and the skull was so nice and soft. And surprisingly, not really pink. Well, parts of it are kind of pink, where the red kind of comes off, but I like this shirt. And it's so me. You know, if you slap a skull on anything, it's automatically attractive. Except there's one exception to that rule. And it was a little purse in the will that had this, like... It's like if somebody had run over that symbol with, like, a truck. You know, it's like... What? I did not think there was a way to make a skull and crossbones symbol unattractive, but they managed to do it. So, I was happy with that. And this final thing is something that I had mentioned previously, I think in the haul just before this, where I had gotten a bag, and my spare grandmother got the other bag that I wanted. She must get bored of them or something, because eventually I do end up with them. Because I saw it on the bed, and that usually kind of implies that maybe she doesn't want it anymore. So I'm like, okay. So she's like, well, it didn't quite fit my needs. It was too small. It did something or other. So this was the purse that I had originally wanted, which is more of a blood red. And I just thought the buckle looked so piratey. So that was like the first thing that came to mind. And this, of course, was the strap she had given me, but, you know, I like the strap because after a while, if you're holding in these things like this, it's like, I can no longer feel my fingers. So, strap, really good. And I liked this better than the other one because, again, piratey belt buckle. And I liked the little pocket here, which is going to be perfect for the little camera. So, and I just liked the styling overall. And I don't know. I'm thinking that, you know, I'm not quite sure because the loop here, there's only one loop here, so logically there should be a loop on the other side that you can connect your strap to, and there isn't one, so I'm thinking it must have pulled out. So that's why I attached it to the actual, you know, metal part right here. So maybe I should do that. I can't do that with that one. Would that be funny if that was the actual reason to do that? I don't know. Because that's rather strange, actually. All the design is on the front. These buckles are only on the front. There's nothing here on the back. So I wonder if that's what they wanted you to do in the first place. Oh, who knew? And Could be that. See, this is kind of the awkward part where, oh, it's a magnetic clasp. You know, you have to kind of thread it through the thing. And you have your one big pocket. Made in China. Vinyl. And I liked the little pockets here within the pocket, so. And again, it's pretty spacey. And you have your little thing that I can never quite. I'm assuming this is for keys, but I don't know. Because it just seems kind of strange. Wouldn't it be easier just to put your keys here so you know where they are? I'm not quite sure the purpose of this particular thing. If anyone knows what this is for, do tell, because I have no idea. Usually there's like a mirror or something attached, and it's a mysterious lock thingy. I don't know. But I liked this one better, and I was kind of happy when she's like, do you want it? It's like, well, of course I want it. I wanted it before you wanted it. So, it is now mine. I just haven't gotten around to transferring things over because I've been needed a bigger bag. So I've been stuffing things in one you've previously seen. Thank you for watching. Do comment down below if you know what those mysterious things in purses are, what they're supposed to connect to. Especially, I mean, if that's buried, isn't it the thing that it's connecting buried still? So how's that helping you find anything? I don't know. So, whatever. Do rate the thumbs up just because you can. and for late night strange vlogs, that is. Well, technically this is evening for me, but then I've been awake a lot longer than I should have, which doesn't really excuse all the other videos that have come before this. Oh well. And subscribe. There's always room for one more at The Strange and Exotic. See you next time.